Hey everyone, Bro here with the flight review of the E-Flite Apprentice S. This is the one with the safe system in it, and it's just absolutely fantastic. I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of my favorite airplanes. Definitely will recommend this to anyone. I'm going to start off here. We took off in beginner mode, and as you saw, it lifted up very easily just with some throttle, and maybe about 30-40 feet of runway just lifted up on its own. I'm going to show you the self-leveling here. I'm going to go back and forth and then just let go of the sticks, and then you can see it just instantly levels itself without delay. Just instantly goes down and instantly comes back to level. The panic switch I will use also in this video, and I'll show you a lot about it. The panic switch is flawless. In fact, I could not find a way to get the panic switch to fail. In beginner mode, there's two different things that it does. One, it will not let you go inverted. As you can see right now, I've got the sticks banked all the way to the side. And once the plane reaches an angle that the program is programmed to, the safe system is programmed to, it will not exceed that angle no matter how hard you try. So you can't physically flip it inverted or roll it. Now, intermediate mode is the exact same way. As you can see, going up in intermediate mode, I tried to do a loop and it went up. It pitched up very well, but as soon as it reached an angle of about 40, 45, 50 degrees, then it stopped going backwards. As you can see, I did it there. Same thing. Now, no matter what, you will not be able to roll the plane inverted in intermediate mode or beginner mode. Go around again and see if I can get it to roll inverted. And I'll show you right here. See, sticks banked all the way to the side, trying to roll it upside down any way I possibly can, and it just will not do it, which is really good, especially for beginners. Now, on the beginner mode, it has a self-leveling system, which actually makes the plane fly a little unrealistic, because in your turn you're constantly holding the pressure. When in intermediate mode it's more realistic. You turn the sticks to one side and then hold it. As you can see right here, this is a realistic turn. In beginner mode, you're going to actually hold that pressure, and there's good things and bad things about that. The good thing is it's not going to fall out of the sky. The bad thing is if you stay on beginner mode too long and learn everything on beginner mode, you will not learn how to turn correctly. Now I'm in advanced mode. I'm going to work on the panic switch, so we're going to roll again and panic out of it. As you can see by my stick movements, as soon as I roll invert, I just let go of the controls, hit that panic switch, and it instantly rolls back to level. The panic switch quickly finds the most efficient way to get out of it, so either it completes the roll or rolls back or finishes a half loop. It all depends on where you are, but the safe system automatically calculates the most efficient way to get out of it without losing the most altitude. It's very, very nice. So we're going to go up here and I'm going to show the panic switch again. I'm going to do a little bit of a spin and then panic out. Boom, levels out instantly. Do it again, roll, spin, panic, and it gets out of it. So the panic switch was very impressive to me as it was rolling out of it, looping out of it. It was leveling out in the most efficient way possible. So that was very impressive. Now, I would urge you not to be too used to the panic switch. Just because if you roll and get scared at something, hit that panic switch, that's okay. If you do it too many times, you're not going to be learning how to recover yourself, and later on it's actually going to hinder you. So I would urge you to at least try to recover yourself, and if you try to recover and then cannot recover, then hit that panic switch. Do it again, here we go. Do some rolls and then panic out of it, and you'll see some of them it continues to roll right there, and then some of them, like the one previous, it just rolls back. It automatically calculates what is the most efficient. Going to do some slow flight. The plane is very, very stable. I'm very surprised it can fly slow and it can fly fast. We had a little bit of a crosswind here, so we're going to go in and land it on beginner mode and do a little touch and go, and the crosswind was actually pushing it off course. Now without that crosswind, you could just let go of the sticks and come straight down. As you can see, I'm not doing a lot. All that jittering, that's all the gyros correcting for that wind. I'm doing almost none of that. See, and then just add power and it lifts itself up in the air. So it's absolutely fantastic. Now, the best thing about the Apprentice is, although anyone can fly it, pretty much anyone can fly it, It's also extremely agile. You can do inverted flight, you can do hammerheads, you can do rolls, you can even do rolling circles. I mean, there's so many aerobatics you can do. You can definitely learn all your beginner and even getting into your intermediate aerobatics with this airplane. So all the aerobatics you do with a warbird, you can do with this plane, and that's absolutely fantastic. As you can see here, if you have enough practice, you can keep it rolling and do some rolling circles. I'll even go on later in the video and actually hover it. And you can see that if you have the right setup, this plane can even hover for a few seconds. So that's one great thing. Actually, it's right here. Here we go. So you just pop it up, hover for a few seconds, and then fall out of it and throttle out. So it's pretty fun. Now, this is not a hovering trainer, but it's fun to mess around with. So again, this plane is absolutely fantastic. It's also very, very durable. I did a couple of crash testing. I didn't really do full crashes, but definitely hard hits on the ground, like clipping the wing and doing some hard landings, just to see what the durability is. And the durability really impressed me. With the one where we clipped the wing, I came in with a full knife edge and just smashed the wing into the ground. And it was great because the rubber bands holding the wing on actually flexed and forgave the impact, and there was absolutely no damage. Now, it's not saying that your impact is not going to have any damage, but it definitely helps that that wing had a little bit of flex in it due to the rubber bands holding it on. So they definitely thought of a great way of keeping your airplane and your investment secure. A little later on in this video, we're going to show you some stalls. Show you exactly how it stalls and how forgiving the stall is. And out of a lot of the planes that I've flown, this one stalls the best. So when it does stall, it takes a very, very slow flight to do it. And two, when it does actually finally stall, it's very forgiving and stalls straight down, unlike a lot of airplanes that stall a wing and start to spin. So for a beginner, a spin is not very fun. So with this, it stalled straight down. You'll see that a little later on, how it just comes straight down. Now again, we're going to land in beginner mode, and you can see I'm not really doing anything. The plane's just coming straight down, and this is with a crosswind from left to right. Just touches down, we can accelerate out of it and go on about our business. Now we're going to do some hands-off flight. And the first one, the reason I'm touching the controls is just because the crosswind was actually pushing it over the head, which is definitely not something you want to do, especially as a beginner. But this plane can fly hands-off. You put it half throttle and it will fly straight all day long. You put it on low throttle and it will actually come down and land itself. I'm going to come around again and put it about a quarter throttle, and it can pretty much set itself up for an approach and land. It lands in a grassy field or even on concrete at this glide slope, and it's not going to hurt it whatsoever. The plane coming down just like this, you don't have to touch the controls at all. It'll just land itself. Probably won't land in the best place in the world, but wherever it does touch down, it'll be completely fine. So the save system on landing and save system on takeoff, the save system really, really helps you. It's almost like having an instructor right there to correct all your moves. Not to mention the built-in AS3X that helps stabilize stuff like such as wind, any kind of turbulence. It just makes the flight envelope a little bit bigger. So the safe system for this plane, at first I was a little wary of it, but once I started flying this airplane and started to actually learn about this airplane, I was very impressed with it, and I'm very happy they did it. So here, just coming in again, I'm just doing a little bit of slow flight now. Slow flight in a second, actually. So as you can see by this video, this plane has a lot of power and it's very agile. So especially as a beginner, you do not need to be flying full throttle. That's just not a good idea. Half throttle is more than enough. Okay, so here's the slow flight I was talking about. So we can just come in, keep the throttle a little under half, about a quarter, and you can see how high that nose is. It's a very high angle of attack, and it can go pretty slow. Now just be aware that once you get a little too slow, it will stall out on you, but this is also much slower than I would recommend anyone to fly. So I would definitely keep the throttle a little higher, but if you want to fly slow, you definitely can. It's not going to get ahead of you. So this plane can fly slow, it can fly fast, it can fly straight and very easy, or it can fly very agile. So this plane definitely, for the bang for the buck, is the best plane that I can think of for any beginner, even an intermediate going into aerobatics. Such as your rolls, your loops, your hammerheads, this plane can do it all. So I was really impressed with it. Here's the stalls. As you can see, I'm going to put the nose up, wait for it to stall right there, and it just kind of falls a little bit. The wing does not stall out, it just stalls straight down, which is absolutely great, especially for a beginner. You don't have to worry about orientation from recovering from a stall. All you have to do is just hit that throttle and recover. And that definitely helps you with learning. Once you get a little better, then you can go into spins and learn how to recover from stalled spins or flat spins, any kind of spins like that. A little bit more difficult, definitely helps you learn. Here we go, we're just going to land it. And this is actually on advanced mode, and you still don't have to do a lot. This is still a very stable airplane. It's a little more sensitive. My hands are doing a little bit more than beginner mode, but it still isn't very much, and still with a crosswind. Well, very nice. Touchdown and turn around, taxi it back, and it's a very fantastic airplane. So if you guys want to check out any of my videos, I do have some flight videos of tutorials. Go check them out. I've also got some giveaways coming out, so check those out. Don't forget to subscribe, let your friends know, comment down what you like, and we'll see you guys next time.